First and foremost, I want to say call Halam La to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Pradash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone that do rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, the 1/3 men, women, and children that believe in this 100% truth in all sincerity. This is the brother Malak Tazadak Adawan, and I want to start out with Jeremiah 4:22, and it reads, "For my people is foolish; they have not known me." See there? They are Sodist children. See there? So you Jakes, okay? You black, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Lord knows of your foolishness. All right? That's one of the slang words Jake uses to call themselves. It's really the Latin tribes that call themselves fool. What up, fool? Fool, you know, foolish, fool at. You know what I'm saying? April Fools. It's all kind of madness, tomfoolery going on, man, within the nation. But yeah, you know, and it says they have not known me. See, you Jakes, man, out here, y'all don't know Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I mean? You guys have been distant. You've been, you know, the wool's been pulled over your eyes for so long that you're comfortable, you know, seeing in the dark. Salaki. You know, it's like the movie Riddick. You know what I'm saying? He actually saw better in the dark. You know what I'm saying? With Vin Diesel, that movie Riddick. You know, that's how you Jakes have become here. You become comfortable, you know what I'm saying, in the dark. But it says what is done in the dark shall come into the light. You know? So yeah, they are Sodist children. Okay? So yeah, you grown ass Jakes, men, women, and children, y'all childish as hell, man. Y'all silly. Okay? Continuing on, and they have none understanding. See there? My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Okay? When you pray, you want to pray for what? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay? With all thy getting, get understanding. Okay? They are wise. See, you motherfuckers is smart, right? You motherfuckers is intelligent, but to what? To do evil. Okay? You know all manner of devices to create wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? You've actually became professional evildoers, if you will. You know? You've made a profession out of it. Right? But to do good, right? To do tawab, right? In the Hebrew, they have no knowledge. See there? See? Y'all have no knowledge, man, when it comes to being good doings. You know? Good tidings, you know, good deeds. You know? But yeah, that's just the you know, to trampoline off of the point I'm making about this Young Miami situation, man. You know, you had India, Ari, and a couple other people, you know what I mean? I think Free from 106 in Park, you know, call, you know, the Wicked Eve out about that song, man. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how music, and we know that music carries vibrations and spirits with it. You know what I mean? But basically, you know, I mean, they tried to, you know, jumble her words up and stuff, and, you know, her post, a text, but they tried to get on her about, her wanting to boycott the song, but come to find out, she let it be known that she never called for a boycott. But would she be wrong if she did? Would she, which she should have. She's in all the manner of her rights to want to do that. But yeah, it's promoting these young Jakes, male and female, because it talks about the men being the scammers and the women being boosters. But it's promoting wickedness. Okay, but that's where you Jakes excel at. Y'all wise to do evil. So for her to make a song like that, she's just doing the bidding of the elites, because it's a it's a buy one, get two free, it's a BOGO deal, so for her to create such music like that, which is nothing new under the sun, this stuff has been happening, since the beginning of what we know as time with Israel, just like when Moses went up to seek counsel from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, when he came back down, what the Israelites did, they convinced Aaron to make a golden calf, man, so that they could worship it, man. And they were down here, dancing and frolicking and doing all manners of wickedness, man. Like in the movie Sinners, man. It shows you that music invokes spirits. It carries vibrations. That's where you got your happy songs, you got your sad songs when you're feeling down and depressed. You got your hype music. You know what I'm saying? So these elites know exactly what they're doing. And they know who to target and who to use to get their work done, man. And the song is catchy. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to catch myself when I first heard it. I mean, it was, it's one of them beats, and, the lyrics, you probably didn't understand exactly entirely what she was saying, in some parts, but you got the gist of it. But after I saw a couple videos, how some people do a compilation of videos, or little shorts. I saw some young, some young children, singing a song with all their heart and all their might, man, and and it was real sickening, man. It was sad, man. It's really a sad day to see how low our people have come, man. Where they're championing this type of activity, guised in the costume of entertainment, man. You know what I'm saying? But there's no age restrictions or limitations, man, to the wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually corrupting the minds of the young. So yeah, you know what I mean? But that's a perfect tactic for an enemy to sabotage, you know what I'm saying, his enemy. I could just imagine the elite sitting back laughing. You know what I'm saying? You know when somebody creates a trap or a snare for somebody, and they sitting back and they looking at it as it's being perfected, or as it's actually happening and it works. I could just imagine the elites laughing all the way to the bank with this one. It's like a double whammy. You know what I'm saying? They getting paid off of it, on top of seeing a people be destroyed at the same time, man. So yeah, you Jakes is wicked as hell, man. I mean, there's no end to. Then Trick Daddy, big water buffalo head ass, he want to get up there and make it seem like she was hating for having a outspoken opinion. You know what I mean? Want to make it about Young Miami looking good, and she jealous of, you know what I'm saying, you know, saying NDI rebuilt like him. Like, you know, that's crazy that you would go out your way to diss yourself to help, you know what I'm saying, further destroying another, you know what I'm saying, you know, if you will, you know what I'm saying, black person, you know what I'm saying, as you jakes in the world, you know what I'm saying, you know, don't know no better, but you know what I'm saying, you know, you want to, you know, help further uplift, you know, what the scripture said, they put up evil for good and good for evil, man. So they want to uplift the wickedness. They want to uplift, you know what I'm saying, the ratchetness. You know what I'm saying? And then when you got somebody, because you know why? Because it goes against them getting their money, them getting their bag. They make they living off of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? These you know, if you will, corrupt communications, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, all this all manner of foulness, man. You know, lewd behavior. So they gotta go to war. They gotta go to bat for that, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know. But somebody gotta, you know, call it out, man. Pinpoint the issues, man. You know. But yeah, that's you know. But yeah, also too. But you know, he was making the point of trying to say, well, all the music throughout the years, you know, that's been promoting, you know, things of that nature, you know, like the song, the scamming and boosting, things of that nature. Why nobody has called that out? That's bullshit. People been talking out about how so-called black culture, you know what I'm saying, really, you know what I'm saying, the niggerdom, you know what I'm saying, is nothing but folly, man. Nothing but foolishness, man. And then it's destroying, you know, a race of people, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not doing the community any good, you know. But it brings me to that movie, because he said, you know, why they targeting music. But in a way he right, because, you know, I'm talking about Trick Daddy. Because it's a movie that just came out as well called, I think it is Where My Boosters At. With Lakeith Stanfield. I don't know his last, you know. But the dude from Get Out, the one that had got kidnapped in the beginning of the movie. Him, Keke Palmer. You know, and another cast, you know, cast of well-known actors. But yeah, man. But you know, all this black culture, if you will, is really promoting nothing but ill-mannered, ill-fated wickedness, man. You know, and then it was something I saw where a mother-daughter duo actually went on TikTok playing a song after they went into this high-end designer bag boutique and stole multiple, you know, designer bags, man. You know what I'm saying? I forgot how much in total it was worth, but it was up there, man. I think it was up about $250,000, if not $500,000, man. But they dumbasses done went on TikTok and made a video bragging about the shit, playing the Young Miami song. Spin that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but the duo got caught, the mom and daughter duo got caught, and now y'all gonna spend your ass some time in motherfucking prison. And spend that time y'all about to spend behind bars, man. You know what I'm saying? I think the daughter had got like, I think it was like 100 years or some shit, if I'm not mistaken. It was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? You see, you spend down them motherfucking, you know, tens of hundreds of years and shit. Dumb. Just dumb. Foolish. Saddest children, man. You know what I mean? But, But it all stems back to Esau as well, man. You know what I mean? You know, Esau, you know, through all his different proxy wars to his actual, you know what I'm saying, wars of going into to foreign countries and extracting their resources, you know, oil, you know, precious metals, stones, you know, the different PPP loans, you know, all the things that Esau has acquired in this world, you know what I'm saying, it's ill-gotten gains, man. You know what I'm saying? It's done by, you know, thievery, man. You know, making treaties, peace treaties, breaking them, you know. So, yeah, this is John 8:44, and it reads, Salakia, and it reads, ye are of your father, the devil. All right? And, you know, we can start by saying Esau, Edom, you know, he's the deceiver. He's the great deceiver. But ultimately, you know, it stems back to Shaitan, man. You know what I mean? You know, Satan himself, man. You know? But in this realm, you know, dealing in the physical, you know what I'm saying? Jake is following after, you know, Zaddy, man. Esau, Edom. You know what I mean? The so-called white man. You know? And the lust of your father ye will do. You see there? So Esau lusts these things, man. He lusteth after. You know what I mean? The rape, robbery, and murder. The pillaging. You know what I'm saying? The thievery. You know what I'm saying? So it's a camaraderie, man. You know what I'm saying? He establishes, you know what I'm saying, this rule, this wicked rule. And it's a camaraderie, and Jake is just, you know what I'm saying, compliant with it, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Jake is compliant with it, man. And it says, he was a murderer from the beginning, right? That's Esau, Edom, man. That's going back to Cain and Abel, man. You know what I'm saying? Which Cain came back in the reincarnation. You know what I'm saying? Esau, Edom, man. Right? It says, and abode not in the truth. See Esau, man, he just deals in what? Lies. You know what I'm saying? He'll sprinkle in, you know what I'm saying, half truths. You know what I'm saying? You know, with lies, you know. If he just don't flat out lie to you, you know. It's just all manner of schemes and scams and the insurance companies. That's a scam. Okay, the RG&E here in Rochester, New York, just got exposed for and I believe they meant to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? So they was you know, to give a back drop on it, they overpaid their taxes by $30 million, and so audit was done, and so with that it came to the light that they had overpaid their taxes by $30 million. So then they had got a refund. So, but if you overpaid your taxes, that means you was getting money, you know, from your customers to be able to afford that $30 million of overpaying, you know. So that was something that slipped through the cracks, man, to where, you know, somebody wasn't keeping an eye on, you know, the you know, they say And you had to balance your books, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I believe it was done intentionally. You know what I mean? So yeah, but with that, it's all a scam. People have been getting overcharged. You know what I mean? How's your bill the same amount every month? You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. And when you're never home, you know what I mean? This place gotta go, man. It's very vexing, man. It vexes your spirit, even waking up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you just know what the day holds ahead of you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's more work than play here, man. And it says, because there is no truth in him. See? The spirit lifted up in him wasn't right. It wasn't upright, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no truth in this man. You know what I'm saying? He'll shake your hand but have his fingers crossed behind his back, man. This is crazy. When he speaketh a lie, boom, he speaketh of his own. See there? He speaketh of his own, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is coming from him, man. It's coming out of his spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? This is who he is, man. This is his MO. You know what I mean? And his people, Esau, Edom. It's not just the one man Esau. He's just the progenitor. But he has descendants, which is called the Edomites, man. And it says, for he is a liar. See there? That's crazy, man. That you have gained a reputation of being a liar. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's nasty work, man. Don't nobody want to entertain no liar, man, because you can't believe nothing the motherfucker's telling you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if up is up, down is down, left, right. You know what I'm saying? And the father of it. See there? He's the border of wickedness. He's the beginning and the end. Okay? Dang, man. Ye are of your father the devil. That's heavy, man. Damn. Nasty work, boy. Esau, nasty man. But yeah, you got our dumbass people. Jake following behind him. You know what I mean? That's the point, the moral of the precept. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is this devil, man. This is what he does, man. Check this out. This is Proverbs. Shalakia. This is Proverbs 6:18. And heart, okay, his mind that deviseth wicked imagination. See? It's in his mind. It's set up in his mind to devise wicked. So it says he is the father of it. He's the creator. He's the vine of wickedness that has went out. You know what I'm saying? Actually, he was the man behind how sin got here, man, because he was the serpent, which was a man in the garden that convinced Eve, you know what I'm saying, to take in and believe his philosophies, man. You know what I'm saying? To go astray out of the path, you know what I'm saying, that the Most High has set for, her and her husband, you know what I mean? But she committed adultery by seeking counsel from another man. You know what I'm saying? So he is the starting point of where wickedness started on, you know what I'm saying, in the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn. He is the father of it. Okay? Feet that be swift and running to mischief. See? Goddamn devil, man. Okay? A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Okay? Because Esau Edom, you know, he was our brother at one point, man. You know, Esau Edom, when you go back, you know, to Jacob and Esau, man, you know, he was our brother at one point. He was the evil brother, you know what I'm saying, if you will, the evil twin brother. Yeah, man. Yeah, this guy gotta go, man. Wicked, man. Wicked, wicked, wicked. What else can you say, man? But wicked, wicked, wicked. Sound like a DJ scratch. Wicked, 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 wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked. You know. But yeah, but you know, but this our people though, man, right here. You know what I'm saying? Hosea 4:6. Okay? Reads, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. See? And that's the ironic part. Right? See, the knowledge is here. The knowledge has been here. You know what I'm saying? Since Abba Bivens, you know, came on the scene, you know, and woke us up. You know what I'm saying? Was in the early, the 1960s? You know what I mean? So the truth been here, man. You know what I'm saying? Alright? But Jake is rejecting it, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't wanna, you know what I'm saying, take heed, man. You know what I mean? He wanna forbear it. He don't wanna hear it. You know what I'm saying? You know? Jay got his ears stopped up, you know what I'm saying, with his two index fingers, with his two pointer fingers. You know what I mean? You know, screaming la 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 la. You know, blah 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 blah. You know? So there's no more excuses. Jay can't just sit up here and say, I ain't know. You know, the law of ignorance. I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth is all over the place, man. It's in your face, up close and personal, man. You know, but the point is they're rejecting it. Okay, that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because thou hast rejected knowledge. See, this is what's going to happen, though. I will also reject thee. See, the Lord is going to laugh at y'all calamities, Jake. You know what I'm saying? This shit gonna be so fucking funny. It's gonna be so sweet, man. To see you motherfuckers get what you deserve, man. You know what I'm saying? You 2/3 is done, man. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers is cooked. Okay? Baked and boiled, man. Okay? Oh, my Lord. Nastiness. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest, alright, to me, alright, Shalaki. Okay, see there? So you rebellious 2/3 Negroes is gonna have to be destroyed here in Babylon, man. You know what I'm saying? And the impending third woe, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all ain't gonna be priests, man. Okay? Because y'all destinated to be destroyed here, man. You know what I'm saying? Alright? The prophets, okay? Okay? The priests, they're here. Okay? They're here. You know what I'm saying? They're doing the will of the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? So you 2/3 is destined to be destroyed here, man. You know what I'm saying? Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. See there? You know what I'm saying? We have commandments, man. Okay? We have laws, statutes, and commandments to adhere to. You know what I mean? But you jakes, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all reject knowledge. As a fool rejecteth knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I will also forget thy children. See? So yeah, you and your monstrous children is gonna die here, man. Because what? Like mother, like daughter, like father, like son. Okay? Y'all raising up monsters, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all gonna come back in the kingdom, shame-faced it, you know. But you know, you're gonna have to die on this side, Jake. Okay? Con. Alright, and to prove that, okay. This is Zechariah 13 and 8. Salakia. This is the book of Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, okay, saith the Lord Yahweh, power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off, okay, and die. See, that's you 2/3, man. Okay? That's you Negroes. You know what I'm saying? That's you scamming, boosting where y'all at, motherfuckers. Okay? Y'all gonna be cut off, man. And you gonna die here, man. It says, but the third shall be left therein. See there? That's the 1/3. Alright? That's the 144 elect. Okay, which is the elect within the elect, and the 1/3, which is the believers, man, the men, women, and children that believe. You know what I mean? And I will bring the third part through the fire. Okay? Alright, that's the ICBMs, man. That's the third woe, man. That's the impending danger, man. You know what I'm saying? Of this self-destruction. You know, this self-destruction of this place, man. You know, this place is pretty much going to implode on itself, man. Alright? It's already happening now with the infrastructure, man. On weak-ass fucking buildings. You got one in New York City right now. That shit about to kill over, man. You know what I mean? They had to evacuate, you know what I'm saying, a few buildings, man, that's next to that joint, man. And fears of it collapsing, man. You know, another 911 incident. You know, some Wyclef shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what I'm saying, you know. The one tower, man. And I will bring the third part through the fire, right? Okay, that's that clutch motion. You know what I'm saying? That's when the missiles drop. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to gather his elect, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to pull them out simultaneously, man. You know what I mean? All right. And will refine them as silver is refined. See? That's us going through the fire, man. You know what I'm saying? That's us going through, you know what I'm saying? The bad shit now, man. You know what I'm saying? It's us, you know, excluding ourselves, you know what I mean, from the delicacies of this place, man. For us, you know, falling, you know what I mean, ensnared to these gifts, you know what I'm saying? That this world, you know what I'm saying? What it says, what is it for a man to lose his soul? What is it for a man to gain the world but to lose his soul? You know what I'm saying? So we don't want your gifts, okay? We don't want your filthy lucre. Okay? So we're suffering now, you know what I'm saying, to be refined, okay, as silver and gold. Alright? and will try them as gold is tried. Okay, that's getting all the impurities out. Okay, that's getting that pure solid gold, man. You know what I'm saying? That 24K, man. You know what I mean? That real rich looking gold, that fine gold. As fine as you fast. They shall call on my name. See, that's what we're doing now. Okay? That's what a lot of you Christians ain't doing. A lot of you Baptists. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you Muslims. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people ain't calling on the name. And a lot of you Israelite camps ain't calling on the name. You know what I'm saying? Of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Okay? See? Because that name is what? That's that strong tower, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that fortress, man. You know, a shield of protection when we call on those names. You know what I'm saying? So it says, and I will hear them. See there? You know what I'm saying? That's in all sincerity. Because we're calling on the name now. You know what I'm saying? So how more in that day? You know what I'm saying? When we actually going through an abundance of trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord is saving us out of, what Esau has created for us as hell on earth, how much more when the Lord creates, the hell on earth, the famines, the pestilences, okay? You know what I'm saying? The wars, the rumors of wars, all right? Storm and tempest, okay? The earthquakes in diverse places, you know what I'm saying? By calling on that name, the Lord is going to be our shield and buckler, man, our protector, all right? It says, and I will hear them, I will say, it is my people, okay? See, that's us coming into remembrance of our heritage, man, of who we are, man, and our power, that reconnection, man. You know what I'm saying? In the land where it says that you are not my people, you know what I'm saying? There you should say, you know what I'm saying? Ye are my people, and I will be a God to them, and they should be a people to me, roughly paraphrasing. So that's the Lord saying, I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is my power. See there? Kind. So yeah, man, Oh yeah, and speak on that Nolan Wells situation. Our people, man, we are caught up. Y'all ain't learned from the Carmelo Anthony issue situation. You know what I'm saying? That these people work on an eye for eye scale. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. I believe they said, okay, well, boom. They're talking shit. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at Carmelo Anthony as the victim, and some Jakes have voiced their opinion saying that was good for Austin Metcalf, and this and that. However you stand on the issue, but Esau, you know what I'm saying, deals with retribution, man. You know what I'm saying? All that, you should forget about slavery. No, Esau ain't forget about 9/11. You know what I'm saying? Esau ain't forgetting about, Iran. You know what I'm saying? They not forgetting about it, man. They on some eye for eye shit, man. Tooth for tooth. But yeah, you Jakes, man, you gotta stop, you know what I'm saying? Bringing your children, man, to the Slayer, man. You want to, raise your children up in a so-called better neighborhood, you know what I mean? The suburbs, or some places where Jake could never see because it's gated communities, you know what I'm saying? where the ultra slick, rich elite live. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you're not warning your children that they have, you know, a natural born enemy, man. You know, so you know, just beware, man. You know, these should be cautionary tales, man. You know, but Jake want to keep, you know what I'm saying? You know, you know, integrating and you know, holding, you know, hands with Esau, man. You know what I mean? With their enemy, man. You know. So yeah, so with that, I'm gonna say call Halam La to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kudash. Until next time, Shalom.